finally stopped raining for a few minutes. Came out to check on the turkeys and the chickens and everybody. These are my 2 fig trees. They're doing really well. Might have figs this year, who knows. But I thought I would do a quick garden update. So yesterday, while my husband went fishing, because the man hasn't been in I don't know how long, years, I fenced this little area right here. It's mostly to keep the compost in and not the chickens out. But since they will spread that all over the yard, as you can tell, I'm still cleaning up this part right here. So I fenced this yesterday, and that'll be our new compost pile. Good morning, Bilfred. Looking good. They will turn that soil and all of the scraps from the kitchen and scraps from the garden, and we put bedding from the brooders out here and the weeds we pull out of the garden, everything that comes out of the chicken coop, and of course they leave their very, very, very fancy chicken poop in there for me. Thank you, everybody. This used to be the compost area. It is now the potato patch. We've got some bare spots. We have the purple potatoes. I don't know if you can see. They taste amazing, just like a regular potato, but better. And they're really hardy. A lot of what's in the potato garden right now is from seed potatoes that we just saved over winter. I have a little bit of weeding to do in here, but for the most part, the potatoes are doing great. All right, moving on. Cold frame / raised bed. Alright, we've got our onions, obviously some grass and some weeds, but check this out. I have beets up. That might be a weed. These are beets. That's a weed. Alright. Anyway, onions, onions, onions. Tons of beets down in there with everything. And in this corner, the jicama is doing so great. Really hadn't even heard of this before, I don't know, like within the last year maybe? Now we're growing it. Crazy. Alright. Close that up. I'm trying to kind of force the jicama to do what would normally take a really long time. Alright. Out here in the big garden. Going with a style that is kind of referred to as chaos gardening. You'll see why. Alright. I have cowpeas up. They obviously need to be weeded. This is older seeds, so we didn't get a ton up, but some of them came up, and I'm alright with that. Got out here yesterday. These are my green beans. They're pole beans. I got out here yesterday and pounded T-poles and put in half panels for them to grow up. We'll have to start training them, and of course here in the middle we will have to put something to kind of help support it, but green beans are doing well. They seem happy. Over here in this disaster of grass, a couple of little okra plants coming up. They need to be weeded as well. This is also very old seed that we saved from okra that we grew here. In this patch of dirt, I put squash seeds. I don't see anybody up yet, but it's only been a day or two. So we'll have some crookneck squash. This is our mint. Yeah, it's just taking over. We didn't plant this. We think whoever owned the place before us thought it would be a cute accent. Yeah, it's going crazy. So if you need any mint, let me know. I put our sage out yesterday. And then you can see our basil over there. Getting bigger. It probably should be weeded as well. Everything needs to be weeded. And then herbs are at the end of 2 tomato rows. So our tomatoes are actually doing really well. Next to them I have pepper plants. My brassicas left from last year, broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts. These here, yeah, they just decided to grow. So, peppers, tomatoes. Yesterday, I got out and put 2 eggplant plants in the ground. And this little pepper, he's called a top hat maybe? I don't remember, but the pepper itself looks like a little newsboy cap, which I thought was super cute. You know, I like pretty food. Tomatoes come out here to the far end of the row. I spent some time weeding around these tomatoes yesterday because this crazy plant is just taking over and was shading them out. But I got that cleaned out a little bit. Check this out. I have tomato flowers. I'm gonna have actual tomatoes soon. So excited. So much loving this garden. It is absolutely chaos, full of weeds, full of all kinds of stuff, but it's keeping the ground covered, so we're alright with that. My little lettuce plants over there and that big bushy stuff over there, it's lost. It lived a while though and made us some salads, so that's okay. Alright, that is the garden update. Like I said, it's just mostly chaos right now. Stay tuned, we will have more stuff in, more stuff growing, canning, pickling, all the things.